back to another episode of The Girl TV. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to my canal de YouTube. I am back. This video was actually supposed to be uploaded on Friday. Please forgive me for my tardiness. You know, some things had happened. Why does my hair look so like... Anyway, this is the video that I promised you in my last video. These are the top hospitals to give birth in Panama City. Panama City, guys. This does not include Boquete. This does not include Colón. This is just the top hospitals in Panama City. My personal opinion, okay? If you've had experiences elsewhere, wonderful for you. But these are just my personal experiences based on my research and, you know, just basically my experiences thus far. There's no particular order on which one I love the most, but I'll give you some information about each one. The first one on my list is Hospital San Fernando. This hospital is actually located in the Via España next to McDonald's. I personally don't really like that hospital, but you know, people love that hospital. It's rated as one of the top hospitals to give birth in here in Panama. My lawyer, the person who actually put in the man's paperwork for him to get his ID, she actually gave birth in San Fernando, and she told me that her visits were $75 every time she had to see a doctor. Every time she had an appointment, she had to pay $75 because she did not have insurance, and she prefers to give birth private. I'm not sure how much the fees are, but I hear that their maternity ward is absolutely amazing. She had a very good experience. I personally don't really like the hospital for other reasons. That is a whole nother video. But that is actually what's rated as one of the top hospitals here in Panama to give birth. The second one on this list is Centro Médico Paitilla. This is actually located on calle 53rd Street and Avenida Balboa. This is actually in this city. A lot of expats and a lot of people that were in the military, they had their babies at this particular hospital. They are known to have staff that speak English, well, the doctors at least. They are well known, okay? And they're a lot cheaper than it would be to give birth in the States. So I would recommend it. The hospital is actually, it doesn't look that bad. They're doing renovations. It's kind of old. It's an old hospital, guys. But it's not like a rundown, basically what I'm saying. They are renovating parts of the hospital. And it's located right in the middle of the city. And the staff is pretty amazing. The maternity ward is actually spectacular. Spectacular, and they receive high ratings. So that is also another option for those of you who are looking for a hospital to give birth in. Now, as far as the cost, the overall cost, every hospital is completely different. So you may want to give them a call to find out what their fees are, because it kind of depends on if you're going to have a C-section or if you're going to have a natural delivery. And so the prices varies based on what kind of delivery that you're going to have. So I would recommend reaching out to the hospital itself to find out what their fees are. I don't want to give you the fee because I'm not sure if you have health insurance, what kind of health insurance you have, so that all depends. Another hospital who has rave reviews, okay, is Hospital Nacional. I haven't heard not one single complaint about this hospital. This hospital is actually on the top of my radar. I actually spoke with my doctor and she does have rights there. This hospital is actually located 38th Street and 39th Street. It's actually in the city as well. I have been there to see a urologist once, and the staff was pretty decent, but I hear that their medical staff is absolutely amazing. I've heard it from several people, okay? I haven't heard one negative review on their maternity ward and how they treat moms. That's actually one of the hospitals that I'm interested in checking out. So yes, Hospital Nacional. They actually get a 5-star from other people. So I'm actually looking forward to visiting them and checking out what it is like from my personal experience. But I've heard nothing but amazing reviews there. The hospital that they just recently opened up is Panama Clinic. Now, Panama Clinic, I have been there several times to see my nutritionist, and I actually seen another doctor there. I think it was a urologist, I'm not sure. But the offices is pretty clean, staff is amazing. The only thing that I do not like about this hospital is that it's connected to a mall. So if you go through the side of the mall to go into the clinic, it's just a lot. And I don't understand why they would have a hospital connected to a mall. So that's the only thing that baffles me. But other than that, this hospital, well, this clinic is super chic. They have modern technology. It's clean. The staff is pretty friendly. They are bilingual. The maternity ward is beautiful as well. So that's also another option. They're fairly new, I think about 2 or 3 years. So you can check them out. They're known as the Panama Clinic. And my last hospital that I have on this list is Hospital Punta Pacifica. I personally am thinking about giving birth there only because I'm receiving treatments there. And I had a conversation with my mom, and she's like, you know, because it's a hospital and not a clinic, God forbid something goes wrong, they more than likely will be better equipped to handle whatever the situation is. My doctor has her office there. I'm more familiar with it there. When I had my emergency where I ended up passing out, I went to the emergency room there, and they treated me really well. The staff was pretty amazing. I also had a surgery with a doctor there, but not in the hospital. He actually performed the surgery in an outpatient clinic, facility, because it was a lot cheaper for me to get it done in the outpatient facility versus getting it done in the hospital. What else? So in my personal opinion, it's either between me having the baby at Punta Pacifica or Hospital Nacional. Those are my 2 options for right now. Well, not for right now. Those are my 2 options. I do have health insurance, and they are both covered. They're both in network. So it's really my choice at this point. I'm going to speak to my doctor to see, you know, what she thinks about it, what she feels would be a better option for me to be more comfortable. But honestly speaking, I'm really leaning towards I'm really leaning towards Punta Pacifica because it's closer to my house. She did tell me that they were opening up a new clinic that was actually much closer in Costa del Este, but they haven't opened up yet, and she's not sure if they'll be open by the time I have my baby. So that's something that I'm going to have to discuss with her. But more than likely, I'm really pushing towards Punta Pacifica because I've been going there throughout all my treatments, my prenatal care, and it's easier for me to get to. And when my baby daddy comes, or my boyfriend, it'll be easier for him to get there. And I had shown him the maternity ward, and he was pretty impressed with it. And they're also affiliated with John Hopkins Hospital, which is affiliated with the US. So I'm kind of thinking and pushing towards that hospital. The only main concern that I have is that because they're affiliated with John Hopkins, I do not want a student practicing on me. Although I haven't heard any cases of it, I know that in the US they have a lot of student doctors that practice on patients. So that is a conversation that I want to have with my doctor. Like, listen, I don't know if this is what the case is, but please, I don't want any student practicing on me. Not me, okay? Use another lab rat. I don't think that's the case, but it's better to be honest. Like my mom always says, entre más claridad, más amistad. So I'm just going to be very clear with her about that. Other than that, guys, that is the list of the top hospitals in Panama where you can give birth to. Again, these are my personal experiences, my personal opinions. You can do your own research. I'm just here to be the messenger, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, if you found this information helpful, please leave a comment down below. like, and subscribe, okay? And if you have any more questions, you know, leave it in the comment section and I'll try to go in depth. I know you guys do not like long videos, especially with sit downs like this. You hate it. So I try to make these videos very quick and straight to the point. Anyway guys, as always, peace and love.